Action! And welcome back to Bleacher Bum TV, episode number 7. 7. That's a lot. Congratulations to Danny Lance, the man behind the camera, putting it together for us. Obviously, neighborhood correspondent Danny Conrad. And to all of you in the live studio audience, guys, I wish we had a better product to talk about. I really do. And last week, I let it rip a little bit about Tom Ricketts. And when I say a little bit, a lot. And it felt fucking good because, quite honestly, that guy deserves it. And there's nobody around the Cubs that talks about the Cubs that's going to let that guy fucking hear it. So if you guys want to speak up, by all means, speak up. I don't think Tommy is particularly getting the message quite yet, but we can keep working on it. Okay, just like our Chicago Cubs can keep working on getting better throughout the year. Can we get a little standings check? This has been a tough stretch for him, especially having to go on the road against the Diamondbacks and having to go on the road after playing the Dodgers. This is not a very good fucking stretch over the last week. What's going on, Danny? I see you touching the camera. Should I be nervous? We're fine? Okay, we're good to go. Because here's the fucking thing, guys. The Diamondbacks aren't too shabby. They're in 4th place at the time of the series starting, and they were, I think it was like 19-15. Couple games over 500. That just goes to show you how competitive the NL West is. And coming out of that now, we have a chance with the Cubs as we stand with 11 games in a row that should be pretty winnable. I mean, I don't mean going like 10-1. That's ridiculous. You guys wouldn't do that, would you? Please, dear fucking God. 3 at home against the Pirates, 4 at home against the Diamondbacks, and we get to go on the road 4 for Cincinnati. Next time we talk next week, we'll be in the middle of that Cincinnati series. So these next 7 games, no off days, especially coming back from the West Coast to Chicago, time zone changes. Did I get those time zone changes right? If you're going west to Chicago and you're taking off, yeah, that's tough. That's tough weather. Can I get an airplane graphic or something? Attaboy. So hopefully we're rested for this fucking Pirate series. Like I said, God knows we need it. But these 7 games, you can literally point. If you want to circle the season, we want to salvage the season. I told myself I'd get out of this. I honestly promised myself I would stop talking myself into these modes that I get into. But I'm in one of these modes right now. Hey, fucking 7 games at home here, guys. We get hot, you know. You go to Cincinnati, you get dangerous. Let's talk about it for a second. Congratulations to Willson Contreras. You're playing hot. I think everybody thinks you're playing very hot. You're not that hot of a dude. Can I get a picture? But you play hard, Willson. You play very hard. We appreciate the efforts. At the time of recording, your OPS plus of 160 is the highest of your career. By far. Oh my God, Danny Lance almost just fell down. I heard it was 160. That's huge. I mean, 60% better than your average major league hitter. A lot of questions though. Why? Can I get some question marks? Why aren't the Cubs extending Willson Contreras? And it's because they don't want to. Does that make sense? It's because they don't want to. There was an old baseball player here long ago when Theo Epstein originally took over, and everyone said, is he going to extend him? Is he going to extend him? Is he going to extend him? And his name was the Shark. It was Jeff Samardzija. And people said, why isn't Theo extending him? And Theo said, here's a fair offer. And Shark said, I want more. And they said, you're not fucking getting any money then, Shark. And Shark didn't get any money from the Cubs. We ended up trading him for Addison Russell, which is another sad story. But my point of this is, if the Cubs wanted to sign and extend Jeff Samardzija at that time, I always thought they'll just fucking sign and extend him. They'll meet, they'll figure it out, they'll negotiate if they want him. They didn't. If the Cubs wanted to extend Willson Contreras, they would extend him. The fact that he hasn't been extended is all you need to know. I'm surprised they haven't traded him yet, but I think Willson Contreras knows deep down this is an opportunity to get the fuck out of Chicago, play for a World Series contending team, if he plays as well as he has. So there it is. People don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. Now, personally, would I extend Willson Contreras? Absolutely not. I would not extend him. Those days are over. What are you hanging on to, guys? Seriously, we got to move on. We could trade him for some prospects. I don't understand why he would be the let's build around. You're telling me we didn't build around Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant, Javi Baez. We didn't even give Kyle Schwarber $8 million. We didn't have money to let John Lester retire like a normal human being. And you're telling me now, just now, we're going to back up the Brinks truck as we're fucking dragging ass. No, Willson Contreras, keep playing well enough to trade for some prospects. How are we doing on time? I'm feeling it, some kind of flow here. Let's get lost in the sauce. What does that even mean? Do they say that at your age? Is that a thing? Oh, wait, get lost in the sauce? That's not a thing for my age. Usually we just drink it. Bullpen. Hey, Keegan, Rowan, Efros. That's a fucking group of guys. Keegan, Rowan, and Scott Efros. It's a good bullpen. It's probably better than you guys would think. Dave Robertson on the IL at the time of recording, but we should give some credit. Our starting pitching's been... Do we have a barf sound effect? That's our starting pitching. But the relievers, these guys, they're not too fucking shabby. So I wanted to give them some credit. Some other guys that deserve credit, but not really because they've been absolute dog shit. I mean, you know, what do you want me to say? Nick Madrigal, I know you're a light-hitting second baseman. I didn't know it was this light. I was like light as a feather, pal. I mean, come on. Grab the bat, choke up. You know, I don't know, or don't choke up. Do something fucking different, though, that's for sure. And then the last thing I want to address with this team, Nico Horner. I've said before, I don't think he's an everyday shortstop in the big leagues. A lot of people came back and said, Carl Contreras. Oh, Carl Contreras. You don't know his defensive run save plus over his UDZR zone rating when it's adjusted for ballpark and inflation, and go fuck yourself, because these defensive metrics mean nothing to me. They never meant anything to me before. They don't mean anything to me today. It's because I got the eye test, baby. All right? When you got the eye test, I don't fucking need to know what his biometric screen rating is on balls hit to his left with runners on first and second, less than 2 outs in games north of the Mason-Dixon line, and whatever other fucking statistics you guys want to cram down my throat. Fuck you, and fuck all those stupid defensive metrics. Can you tell I'm taking this personally? It's not, he's a good player. He's a great hitter. He's a fine hitter. How about that? He's a fine hitter with the opportunity to be good as he continues to improve. If you want to take advantage thus then of his offensive ability, which is what separates him ultimately from other people, then you'd fucking move him to center field and let him be like a slightly above average center fielder and just fucking rake. Shortstop's a demanding position. Second most demanding position behind what? What do you think? What's the most demanding? Catching. Pitcher's not going to hit. Pitcher's getting a rub down. You go out, play one game, massage here, fucking, you know, a little valet service.
Sneaky good hit.
Okay. You know. Yeah. No, I get what you're thinking. That was actually, that's a good thought process. I appreciate you leaning into the pitcher stuff, knowing I'm a pitcher, but no, catching's demanding. Pitching's its own thing. We're doing a thing here. God damn it. Studio participation. We're going to work on this. Okay, what else? I told you guys moving forward, the next 7 games at home, this is the most important 7-game home stretch of the year. I mean, honestly, you can't save the season in 7 games. I mean, if they go 7-0, we go 7-0. If we win Monday night, we go 7-0. That's good news. We're still under 500. So, point is, you can blow the season this week, though. We fucked this week up. Don't even dare come back next week. Ugh. That's ugly. So I want you guys walking around. I want you guys walking around with heads up high. I want you guys positive. We got the Diamondbacks are good. They pitch the ball well. They don't necessarily score. They're coming in our place. It's a good fucking weather. Let's get these bats hot. Speaking of good weather, I gave Danny Conrad the week off. Speaking of good weather, we're going to go check out Wrigleyville. Why? Just for a second. I just want to pop in. I just want to see what the atmosphere is like. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous weekend in Chicago. There's no baseball to be played, but I'm sure there's plenty of people walking around. At the very least, maybe we can just go find a cold beer and commiserate about how poorly the Chicago Cubs have started the season. Let's go have some fun. This is Bleacher Bum TV. Action outside Sheffield's, still in the Wrigleyville neighborhood, down the block from our office. I told you guys we were going to go out and have a little fun today. Cubs are out of town. As I said, they're in Arizona, but that doesn't mean Wrigleyville isn't popping. It's a beautiful day. Like I said, we're outside Sheffield's. This place is a wonderful fucking bar in the neighborhood. It's off the main strip too. So maybe not the most regular frequented spot in the Wrigleyville area. You got to come up Sheffield too. So if you're on Sheffield, I recommend Sheffield's. I also recommend the Beer Garden, as we're going to go inside and find out. This is the number one, I don't know, I'm doing 2 number ones. That's number 11. This is the number 1 beer garden in Chicago. Let's go inside and have some fun. All right, we out here, literally, we out here in the beer garden, Sheffield's. I told you guys it's one of my favorite. The oak, I think this is solid oak. Yep, that's oak. You got the high top tables to stand here if you want to have a cold one. We got special built-ins here. Look at the built-in. How about a covered bar when it's raining just a little bit? Okay. Fully stocked, fully stacked. Table going. Obviously, they got the women's softball. Why not? Emergency exit doors immediately available. Somebody laid the fucking brick too. Somebody laid the brick. Maybe who is it? Carlisle. I don't know. That's good Chicago brick though. Then you've got the soft. You've got the soft grain. Stay with me. Stay with me. You've got the soft grain. You got tons of picnic tables. I mean, this is pound for pound one of the best beer gardens. Honestly, in America, you got the string lights come back here, date night. Now, the other thing is, like I said earlier, it's off strip. That's important. This place can get a little crowd, a little choppy, but maybe not enough. Maybe this place could be buzzed a little bit more. This is Sheffield. This is. I'm gonna take a stab. 3258 North Sheffield. 3258 North Sheffield. You'll see it's Old Sheffield. Listen to the oak. Okay. Just walk through. Check it out. I mean, you guys saw this place. Look. Look at the tree. Look at the size. Look at the size. See, you lost me there for a second. That's how big the tree is. And then again, that's another high top. You know, people are showing up. People are filling up. It's a time to be. It's a place to be. I got my day drinking shirt on. Go to Barstool Sports. Check this one out. Having a couple cold ones. This is Sheffield. This is a beer garden. Come check it out, guys. This is Bleacher Bum TV. We'll be back next week. Cubs are out of town. We're just trying to enjoy ourselves in the neighborhood until then.